Assalamu alaikum. One of the ways to understand the Quran is to understand that everything in the Quran has meaning, even the sounds. So I want to demonstrate this using the example of Surah Maryam, or chapter 19. So Surah Maryam starts off with the story of Zechariah and Yahya, Zechariah and John, and then moves to the story of Maryam and Isa, Mary and Jesus. But I want to pay close attention to how the sounds follow the story. So from verse 2 up to verse 33, all of the verses end with an open sound, meaning with a long sound. So when you pronounce it, your mouth and the way that you pronounce it is open. And I'm going to share a few verses with you to show you what I mean. Verse 2 is ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا. Then إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا. And that pattern of open sounds at the end of the verse goes all the way up to verse 33. So let's just look at the ends of some of the verses to show you. Number 4, شقيا, verse 5, وليا, verse 6, رضيا. That same pattern all the way up until verse 33. However, when we come to verse 34, the sound changes, and let me explain why, or at least perhaps why. Because verse 34 is concluding and wrapping up the story of Mary and Jesus. So verse 34 has a closed sound, as if the curtain is being drawn down on a play. Listen to the difference in verse 34. ذلك عيسى بن مريم قول الحق الذي فيه يمترون. And the meaning goes with the sound, because it says, that is Jesus the son of Mary, the statement of truth about which they differ. So the Quran is a multi-layer sensory experience. It's not just the definition of the words that give us meaning. It's also the sounds of the words, and also how the words look. And that's something we can explore in some other videos, how Rasmul Qur'ani, the writing of the Quran, how it looks, can actually give us meaning. Now, figuring out these things and what they mean isn't always easy, of course. However, it does show us how the Quran is such an intellectually stimulating book. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.